Trump just dropped a bombshell executive order, one that could end DJI's dominance in the US and ignite a drone revolution across the country. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Hill Phantom. I run a tech YouTube channel and I'm a certified drone pilot. Today, I'm going to walk you through what's in this order and how DJI is once again on the chopping block. It's no secret drones have come a long way. And they're not just for the hobbyist or the military anymore. They're transforming industries all over the place, from emergency response and agriculture to air taxis and battlefield recon. There is no doubt drones are the future, and Trump wants the US to lead that future. Signed on June 6th, 2025, Trump's executive order is aimed at supercharging America's drone economy, breaking dependency on foreign tech, and securing our skies. Trump's new order sets the path for legalizing long-distance drone flights, or what we call BVLOS, this is beyond sight flights, using AI to speed up FAA approvals, launching a national testbed for eVTOL aircraft, prioritizing US-made drones, and expanding drone exports globally. Within 30 days, the FAA must propose rules to allow routine, beyond visual line of sight flights operations for commercial and public safety purposes. A final rule must be published within 240 days. It also sets forth clear performance and safety metrics. FAA will create standardized metrics to evaluate the performance and safety of these BVLOS flights. Within 180 days, they must identify current regulatory barriers and propose how to remove them. They must use AI to speed up waiver approvals within 128 days. The FAA must deploy AI tools to analyze risks of proposed missions, identify similar past approvals, recommend safety measures, spot reoccurring trends to guide future deregulation, and reduce red tape for domestic flights. So a lot of this is make some rules, but make them less restrictive, faster to get approvals for, and more streamlined. Trump's order also kicks off the air taxi era with a new initiative all revolving around eVtols. Now, these are big drones that carry people that land like helicopters. They're offering grants and awards to support this budding industry. So what's the plan? They're going to launch test projects within a couple months in areas like cargo delivery, medical transport, rural access, and urban air mobility. Currently, we have local governments and private partners that are already signing up and sending in proposals for these eVTOL missions and projects. This isn't just about tech. It's about security and sovereignty as well. But along with many of Trump's doctrines, it's a bold step towards independence, but at the risk of nationalism and isolationism, as Trump's order mandates federal agencies to buy only American-made drones and parts. Further, the Department of Commerce is tasked with protecting U.S. drone components from foreign control. This order will limit the amount of approved foreign drones and drone parts that can be imported into America. And lastly, we saw a new covered foreign entity list, and this will be designed to expose companies seen as a national security risk to America, such as DJI. And this isn't just the US playing defense, it's going on the offense. The order clears the path for US drones to enter the global marketplace with easier export approval, tighter import restrictions, financial assistance and support of US drone manufacturing, and establishing strategic partnerships to compete against China. This is about an attempt to control our skies once again, not only at home, but also overseas, as this is paving a path for US drones to dominate the marketplace. So what happens to DJI, the world's biggest drone company? Well, they're based in China, and the writing's kind of on the wall with that. Trump's executive order directs agencies to ditch foreign drones in favor of American-made ones, and a blacklist is likely coming. And if DJI is on that list, well, they're going to see their federal contracts vanish. Local governments are going to start dropping DJI products. US companies in energy, utilities, logistics, agriculture, they'll probably follow suit just to stay compliant with these new laws and rules. Consumer sales, of course, well, they're in question as well. and it's not really looking good for DJI. And of course, in defense, DJI is totally out. The Pentagon just updated its blue UAS list, and it's banning foreign drones from training and operations. Globally, DJI now faces a resurgent America, armed with financing, policy, and political momentum. So what's the bottom line? DJI's US empire may be at risk as this new Cold War-style escalation ramps up, but there is no question in my mind, DJI in most cases has the superior product, at least on the consumer side. And what does this mean for retail sales? Well, we were kind of back in purgatory, folks. Only time will tell. Like most things Trump, his order isn't just about technology, it's about power. It's about reclaiming the skies, rebuilding American manufacturing, controlling the drone economy, and stopping foreign surveillance before it ever leaves the ground. It's about pushing American-made products, making the FAA more efficient, improving national security, and restructuring rules on long-range flights. It's about providing grants and funding to drone products and building a new era of United States drone dominance. It's an aggressive plan full of unrealistic expectations and timelines, but in many ways, it's a revolutionary one, while at the same time risking isolation, nationalism, and a clampdown on consumer choice. So as with all Trump policies, it seems that little consumer pain is needed in an attempt to bring drone manufacturing and purchasing to America. As a pilot, I'm extremely excited to see this order. As an American, sure, it's great to see money moving into funding new American companies and businesses. But as a consumer, it's not going to be fun flying subpar drones for a while. And worse, what if we can't get firmware updates for DJI drones that we already own? Look, I get it. No order is perfect. And I suspect it will be a solid year before we see any concrete decisions, if not longer. And I suspect that there are greater things at play as this trade talk continues with China. Will this just be another political bargaining chip, or will it be something that is going to go into effect regardless of that? It remains to be seen, but I can say that Trump has put the world on notice that he intends to usher in new rules for drones, sweeping changes at the FAA, and is putting money behind a push to make America drone dominant.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Okay, sorry to barge in. This is Editor Hill. I just wanted to mention that this was not a political thing. In terms of being a drone pilot, in terms of being someone who wants more technology adopted in our society, wants our society to kind of move and change, this, I think, is progression that I haven't seen in a long time. Please don't make this political. I'm simply just saying it is nice that we have an executive order in the technology space and in the drone space that has the opportunity to bring jobs and create more economy for my country. Anyways, if you like this type of stuff, please consider liking and subscribing. My name's Hill Phantom. I'll see you next time.